Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. But before we start, I just wanted to test out a new camera angle, so please let me know in the comments down below if you like this one or if you like the other camera angle which was off to the side. But as always, if you like the videos, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to get notified of when all my content is out. But before we get into this video, let's have a look at the standings for the team and the individuals before we get into this practice session and the burning question: was it my fault? Whose fault was it? I always like to analyse my videos. I always like to know where I can improve on my racing. So at the end of this video there's a question that I wouldn't mind answered, and yeah, let's get into this. As you can see here, we are Tier 2 champions, 604 points with 4 wins, 2 second places and 18th as we head into Silverstone. But the interesting thing here is the second place. Rick, Crew Kip, High Grade, Idrasnot, all with a fighting chance of picking up that second place in the championship. More towards the bottom, they need the incidents to happen towards the top, but I'm really looking forward to seeing who comes out on top there. Moving into the team standings, and as you can see, ourselves, my brother and I, Zazza Racing Team on the top there, 901 points, Clay Racing in second, JMF Racing Team in third. So we're on the verge of clinching the team championship also, and there's going to be a close battle for that second position also. It's always nice to get the flying lap here, so as we turn into Cops we hang it over to the curb, get a nice exit there as we head up towards Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Now these corners are very important, braking early, so it's slow in, faster out, trying to get all the exit speed on to Chapel so that when we come onto the Hanger Straight and into Stowe we have all the speed carrying through. Just checking that I'm not impeding my brother's lap there, and I feel that we're far enough in front of him to carry on. So we come into Stowe, third gear corner, getting good exit there as we come up to Vale, getting the car slowed down into first gear, early upshift into second, coming through Club now and onto the old start finish line for Abbey up in front. Just checking again that we're not impeding my brother's lap as we're coming into Abbey and towards Farm. So the lap's good so far. We messed up our first lap, so we had to go again. We've got 0 laps of fuel left, so we've just got enough to get across the line as we come onto the Wellington Straight. We've only got Brooklands and Luffields to go, and yeah, we're pretty confident that we can get a good lap in here. So as we come into Brooklands, we get it over late Apex here, and then get it back over to the right hand side, keep it as near as possible. I mean, I would like to have got closer to that Apex, but we will take it and try and cut as much as you can over here on the right hand side, straighten up for the line as we come for a 1:59.4, which I was happy with, and that puts us in 5th position to start the race, which I felt was quite good, as you've got Michelin Man there with a 1:58.3, pretty much 1.1 seconds in front of me. Jazzman Esfel, Skolek, myself, Big Mac, Matthew, my brother there in 8th. What a fantastic qualifying that he's had there, which just puts us in good stead for tomorrow's race. Idrasnot, Rick, Arslicker, Rudy, Dizzy Mind, Bucho, E-Captain Kirk, Dundeep, Flabs and Carperson. And so let's get into the race. And as we come into the start of this week's practice race, as you can see there by the arrow, we're in second gear and we are making life difficult for ourselves yet again. Last week we left it in map 11. This week we're leaving it in second gear, and it was only when the lights went green and I put my foot down on the accelerator, yet again I noticed that there was problems. So we're back in the pack up here, and this is not what you want. So Matthew gives us the room there as we're trying to slot in between Rudy and Matthew going into Maggots and Beckett's. Matthew leaves us the space there. We didn't touch. Well played for backing out there. But yeah, it's a very close battle between 5 cars here, as we can see that Idrasnop's got the run on us down on the hangar straight. As we look behind, and we can see that he's in the slipstream, he's got quite good speed, so we're slowing it down and keeping it right over to the curb on through Stowe there. So we managed to get into our position, and by the end of lap 1 we're back up to the back of Rudy, who I feel was struggling through cops, because every time we caught up with him through this corner, we were backed up, which then backed me into Idrasnop and Matthew there, and all of a sudden Idrasnop's there trying to get on the inside. I give him the space, and Matthew absolutely sends one flying through there. Fair play to you, mate. I gave you the space, but it's an absolutely close battle between the 3 cars in front and the 2 behind. So we're going to move it on to the end of lap 2 now, and Rudy again coming through cops is quite slow there, which is backing the cars up behind. Again, I'm having to come off the accelerator there, otherwise I'm going to go into the back of Matthew. Car person then has come up on the outside and manages to steal another position, so all of a sudden we've gone down from 5th to 10th position, but really close battling, can't fault it one bit. Absolutely love it. But we're going to move it forwards now onto the into Abbey. As we come through Abbey, keep your eyes on Matthew there as he gets a slide on. I don't think Rudy goes into him, but we managed to come through unscathed, and we've got Idrasnop in our sights. Now this is the lap before the actual incident that I'm looking at, but as we're coming through this section, we can see that our Idrasnop's quite slow here, as we get quite a lot of speeds through the corners, and we're coming onto the Wellington straight here, and we just tuck in behind Idrasnop, and as we come into Brooklands we tuck it into the near side curb, and again some really close racing, giving him the space on the outside as our slicker comes up behind. Now we're going to move it forwards onto the actual incident. So we're coming through the slow section. We knew from the previous lap that Idrasnop was slow anyway. The radar's on. I've come into the near side. There was nowhere for me to go, but we're going to slow it down, and I'm just going to take another look at this. So Idrasnop's moving over to the right hand side, and I can see that he's not covering the inside, so I keep it in first. I accelerate hard to the corner, but I keep it in first. I don't go up to second because I don't want to overshoot, so I use the engine braking to slow me down to get me into the apex. You can see Idrasnop there on the radar. I've tucked it into the apex. There's nowhere for me to go here as Idrasnop comes across and we touch. Now this is not apportioning blame on anyone. I just want to know if you think that Idrasnop should have given me more room, or if I should have backed out of the corner. And this is purely because I like to analyse incidents that I have, because I don't like to have them. If you see there from my safety ratings up at 98, I'm just 1 point off 99. So any incidents that I have, I like to analyse, and I like to better my driving for the next time. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching this video all the way through, and if you have got this far, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, bell notification to get notified of when all my content is out. But also, if you have watched this video this far, I am currently trying to get to 4,000 watch hours, and if you do have time, please go onto one of my playlists, the AOR Season 5, and you can watch all the videos up until this point in the season and how I won the championship. But for now, thanks very much guys, I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.